Hey y'all, I hope everybody's having a good day. So I'm gonna try to make this video quick. This has been like burning me all day. So as a provider, I think the biggest responsibility of a provider, whether you're a nurse practitioner, a physician assistant, or a medical doctor, is to educate. If you are only treating your patients, you are doing them a disservice because you're setting them up to keep coming back to you for the same problem. So one reason why so many patients died during COVID was because of inflammation. Like the number one reason. And let me explain to you why. So when you come in contact with something that assaults your body, whether that's a virus, a bacteria, or anything that causes an assault to your physical body, you're going to have a process that starts with inflammation. But the signal that is initiated to start that process is called cytokines, okay? So cytokines are cells that usually where there are cell signals, if that makes sense. So it's signals that are sent out to tell your body, hey, alert, 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 something is happening. We need to produce inflammation. Inflammation is actually a byproduct of how your body responds to an assault. So when you have an assault, your body dispatches white blood cells, red blood cells, lymphocytes, all these things to the site of the injury. The problem with COVID was that the response was overreacted. So you not only had cytokines that produced a normal reaction, but that reaction became widespread. So that process is medically termed as a cytokine storm. So whenever you have a cytokine storm, you have inflammation that is uncontrolled. So this is why you had people who they either died or they had multi-organ failure. This is why you had 27-year-olds who ended up on dialysis after they had COVID. This is how you had 30-year-olds who died even though they necessarily did not have a past medical history, was because of this widespread inflammation. The reason why this is important is because 95% of illnesses that we see as a provider is because of inflammation. If you have an ear infection, it's called otitis media. If you have inflammation of your heart, myocarditis. Inflammation of your gut, gastritis. Inflammation of your kidneys is, what's the name of it? It escapes me. But y'all see where I'm going with this. And so when you are having these processes, inflammation causes you to produce more mucus. The more mucus you produce, the longer you stay sick. Why am I talking about this? Because the storms that's coming to America, the product of these storms on our physical bodies is going to be inflammation. And because we are not doing a great job of taking care of our bodies, the inflammation is going to be significant and it's going to be detrimental. And this is why you have patients who have long COVID now, because they had inflammation that was either difficult to treat or it was irreversible. So how do we prepare our bodies? That's what I wanted to make this video about. We have to start preparing our bodies for assaults. A virus is an assault. A chemical that people are putting in our food is an assault. Bacteria, whatever, gases in the air, these are going to be an assault to our bodies. You cannot wait till the assault comes to prepare your body. You have to start preparing your physical body now. So one way you do that is exercise. Like, I know everybody talks about this, but exercise creates muscle and cell memory. And this is why people who were a little bit more fit did not have severe COVID symptoms, or they seemed to recover faster. It was because when their body came in contact with an assault, it knew what to do, because exercise is a way of you assaulting your body, but in a good way to train it. The other thing is food. When you eat food, you are basically storing up resources for your body to use later. If you have been treating your body like a dumpster all year, your body is not going to know what to do when it comes in contact with an assault, because you have not given it anything to tap into later. So that looks like eating anti-inflammatory foods, your berries, your Brazil nuts, your green leafy vegetables. The other thing is stress. The reason why you have to manage stress, and a lot of us are in a constant state of stress and we don't know it, but you have to manage stress. Stress produces a hormone that's called cortisol. Cortisol causes you, number one, to have increased belly fat, and it also makes your immune system more vulnerable. The last thing that we need to do, we need to be fasting. Fasting initiates. Now, this happens after a certain amount of time that you fasting. So fasting initiates a process called phagocytosis. Excuse me. So when you have fasted for an extended amount of time, your body goes into the phagocytosis thing, and so it actually kills the cells. But what's really interesting is that if you fast for 7 days, you kill all of the cancer cells in your body. Now, that to me is enough for you to start disciplining your body. Even if you cannot fast for 7 days with just water, you can at least fast like 1 day a week. And this is why, one reason why I think Paul said he beat his body under subjection, because Paul was in such dire states. This man had so much revelation, y'all. This man knew, okay, I don't know how many days I'm gonna be in this prison or in this city, so I need to start training my body for other reasons other than just spiritual purposes, to start being able to deal with going without an extended amount of time with food. And we need to start learning these things, implementing these things. Your body needs to be your weapon against anything that you come in contact with. Your body should not be a weapon against you. And this is why so many elderly people end up living in regret, because they did not take care of their bodies, so their bodies couldn't take care of them. But I'm sharing this because the more I practice and the more I'm learning, we are not educated. Like, it's so much more I want to share, and honestly I might do another video, but it's so much more that we can be doing to steward our bodies when we come in contact with these things that is set to release at another time. So I hope this helps you guys. Like, if y'all have some questions, please leave them in the comments, and I hope y'all have a good day. Bye bye.